How's it going, everyone? My name is Mathis Picard. I am so happy to be here with you in these little instructional videos. Today I will be talking about stride piano, what it is, where it comes from, and how it came to be. And before I do any more talking, I'm going to play a little bit for you right now. Thank you. That little composition right there was a Fats Waller original, which is a very popular song with him. A Handful of Keys, that's the name of the song. And Fats Waller was one of the key players that came to revolutionize this new style of stride piano, of course, also called the Harlem stride piano. Some other names that were popular in that style include James P. Johnson, Willie the Lion Smith, Lucky Roberts, and of course Art Tatum. So what is stride piano? First, let's look at the first word, stride, right? To stride means to go from one side to another. And that's really what is happening with my left hand here, keeping the accompaniment of the song. You remember? This kind of playing really also comes from a style that came previously in New Orleans called ragtime. Stride piano just became the more exuberant and the more virtuosic approach of the music. So how did it came to be? What is it all about? Well, the music of stride piano is really influenced from the marches that you would have heard in New Orleans for the ragtime, right? Marches, which is step, clap, boom, boom, ba-dum, ba-dum, right? You have a bass note on 1 and 3 of a beat. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's why you get this sensation of right? Now you have to add in the snare drum. This is what the piano players who heard this music in New Orleans were imitating, but only on the piano. So that's what then added the next element. And of course, all that you're having now, you need a melody. So you have the bass part, the snare part, and of course the melody. So that's how the whole style came to be together. As you notice, the piano is becoming its own rhythm machine. You're imitating the bass, the snare drum, the shout chorus of the big band, and also of the trumpets. And that's why the Harlem stride piano was also culturally such an interesting phenomenon, because if you see where it was being played a lot in New York, it was being played at Harlem rent parties, right? And a Harlem rent party is where people come over to their apartment. They would have a good time, and the jukebox was being played by just one person at the piano. That would have been people like Fats Waller, people like James P. Johnson. And in that style, they would play all the popular tunes of that day. So that would have included songs by Fats Waller like Ain't Misbehavin', or maybe songs by UB Blake, who is also another pioneer of this music. That would have been a song like Memories of You. And by the end of the party, people will have danced. Then people would have put money in the tip jar, and a portion of that goes to the person who hosted the party, and a portion of that would go towards the piano player. So culturally, it's so interesting how stride piano has been at the forefront of dance music. Let's remember that during the Harlem Renaissance, which is when this style was coming together, that you also have the big band swing era around this time. And that's the music of Duke Ellington as well. Just a little bit later on in the 30s, but that's what people were doing. Everyone was dancing. Everyone was going out to go dancing. So with that in mind, now that you had a little bit more of an idea of what the style is and where it comes from, I'll just play one more composition for you in the classic style of Harlem Stride. Thank you so much. And that was the composition entitled St. Louis Blues by W.C. Handy. Thank you all for tuning in, and I look forward to bringing you some more videos. Thank you, and have a good one. Bye-bye.